For my first training module, I propose outlining the steps necessary to winterize a home. The goal of the instruction will be to seal exterior gaps using caulk or weather stripping as appropriate. I'll be drawing on my years of experience as a do-it-yourself homeowner. The steps for winterization are straightforward and require no specialized skills or expensive equipment. It is a task the average homeowner should be able to achieve. The homeowner will be learning an intellectual skill as it requires the learner to analyze and evaluate their dwelling to determine the need for winterization and to apply the appropriate steps to achieve the end goal. Task 1 is to inspect the exterior for gaps. There are 3 subtasks within this process. First, inside a darkened room with strong sunlight outside, look for light coming in and around any doors or windows. The second and third subtasks involve looking for signs of air movement. Subtask 2 requires 2 people, a hairdryer, extension cord, and a lit candle. With person A stationed outside, they will use a hairdryer to blow air against the house around closed windows or doors. On the other side of the wall, person B will be holding a lit candle and will watch the flame for signs of flicker, which indicate a gap. The third subtask requires only 1 person and a lit incense stick. That person holds the stick along the walls near corners around pipes and chimneys and watches a stream of smoke for any waver, which indicates air movement from a gap. When holding any lit candle or incense stick, the homeowner should avoid drapery or other flammables. The second task is to caulk. The homeowner requires a caulk gun, tube of exterior caulk, and scissors or a box cutter. The first subtask is to place the tube of caulk in the cradle of the caulk gun. Second, the homeowner opens the nozzle of the tube of caulk by cutting at a 45-degree angle about 1/2 inch from the tip of the nozzle. Third, the homeowner places the tip of the nozzle against the gap, holding it at about 45-degree angle to the wall. Gently squeezing the trigger while moving the gun along the gap will draw out a smooth bead of caulk. The third task is to apply weather stripping to double-hung windows. To do this, the homeowner needs to identify the difference between a double-hung window and other types, such as casement. They also need a sponge and a pail of soapy water, V-channel weather stripping, foam weather stripping, measuring tape, and scissors. The first subtask is to clean the window sashes with soap and water and allow to dry. The second subtask is to measure the length of the jamb above the sash, and adding 1 inch to the measurement, cut the V-channel weather stripping. They peel the adhesive back off the weather stripping, firmly press in the jamb, and apply finish nails to ensure the weather stripping is held securely. The third subtask is to measure the width of the sash and cut foam weather stripping to length. Peel the adhesive backing off the weather stripping and press the foam securely to the bottom of the lower sash. Repeat for the top of the upper sash. The performance objectives are: 1. To have learners identify gaps in their dwelling exterior. 2. Have learners apply caulk. And 3. Have learners apply weather stripping to a double-hung window. Measurements and evaluation. Learners will be shown a gap in the dwelling exterior and asked to identify what type of weatherproofing they should use. Learners will be asked to apply a smooth 3-foot-long bead of caulk. And learners will be asked to identify a double-hung window and its parts. By taking these steps, the homeowner will reduce heat loss during the winter, which will be better for the environment and result in lower utility bills.